Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome everybody back to a brand new video. So ever since Season 9 released and Paramo came to the game, we have had not really any updates or patches to not only that map, but just the game as a whole. There was a few features we were expecting to come with Paramo that unfortunately on its release just never made it, and we were kind of confused as to where they are. However, PUBG just a few hours ago broke their silence, and they're going to be releasing a brand new update coming to the entire game, adding some new features to not only Paramo, but just the rest of the maps as a whole, and there's some pretty cool stuff in this one. So today we're going to be going through patch 9.2 and breaking down all of the major changes that you guys need to know about with this one. So with that being said, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. If you guys don't mind sparing a second to drop a thumbs up, that would be incredible. Subscribe if you are brand new to the channel. And also real quick, I usually mention this at the end of videos, but I do have a PUBG creator code that you guys can use to help support the channel. It's super easy to use. All you need to do is be in your PUBG account and select my name for the creator appreciation program. And if you do end up using my code, please let me know in the comment section so that I can personally thank you. But with that all out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. So patch 9.2 is coming with a brand new vehicle, and this might be the most intricate or in-depth one we have ever seen to date. So it is the dirt bike that we previously saw in some leaks before Paramo came out. A lot of us assumed it was going to be coming with the map, and then Season 9 releases on the test servers and live servers, and we figure out pretty quickly that it's not the case. So they were working on it a little bit longer, but the way this works is rather strange. So I'm going to go ahead and read the description that they say and how the dirt bike exactly works. They say the new single dirt bike is more than just a light version of the motorbike. It has its own independent clutch system to rev the engine, improve suspension for off-roading, and some other fun features we know it won't take you long to find. Not to mention other fun additions coming to the future. The dirt bike spawns on all maps except for Kraken and will replace 50% of the existing bikes out there. So basically this dirt bike is going to be a single-seater motorbike, and it's going to spawn on all maps minus Kraken, and it's going to be available in normal matches, custom matches, and training mode. No mention of ranked, although I'm not sure if they meant to leave that out or not, so it could not appear in ranked mode. The dirt bike has great acceleration with a top speed of 130 kilometers per hour. It's got off-road suspension that provides superb performance on uneven terrain compared to the other vehicles. It's got outstanding maneuverability with the ability to disengage the clutch when handbraking to block auto gearbox and allow hard turns while preserving engine RPM and momentum. So what they're getting at, compared to most vehicles, the dirt bike is going to be the most realistic handling one, and it's probably going to be one of the more fun vehicles in the game as well. I mean, you can hit wheelies with this thing, you can do flips off of ramps, and it's just unbelievably fast to begin with, but all of that stuff is not even nearly as cool as the remaining feature that comes along with the dirt bike, and not only this dirt bike, but basically every other vehicle in the game also. PUBG has just recently added a feature in this update for driver shooting. Now, in their own words, they say, it's been requested for a long time, and we're finally happy to add a shooting functionality to vehicle drivers. The new system allows you to fire sidearm weapons while driving and maintaining control over the vehicle, albeit with slightly reduced response while reloading. This functionality works for most vehicles, and there are a few limitations to this feature, but they're excited to see the new kinds of gameplay that emerge from these additions, and they want to know, based on our feedback, how this feels. So yes, you can shoot while driving vehicles now. Again, sidearms only, but there are a few restrictions on how these mechanics work. So essentially the driver and passenger views are heavily stabilized while aiming. The camera rotation will not follow the rotation of the vehicle. Also, driver and passenger third-person cameras have been adjusted and moved closer to the character for easy and more accurate aiming. The angles you can aim at are also realistic according to the player visibility and your relation to other passengers. For example, like you're unable to aim fully upwards in a closed-top vehicle, and you cannot aim behind you if there's a passenger behind you or in like a two-seat motorbike. Previously, the only way to shoot from vehicles before this was to do drive-bys and seat swap to the passenger side, and while technically this is an exploit, like this was in no way, shape, or form an intended game feature, they welcomed it. It was kind of like the crouch jump back in the day. It's something that is a pretty high skill ceiling of this game, and they've welcomed it, but now there's like an actual addition to this, and it essentially gets the job done. It's it's not going to be nearly as powerful as seat swapping because you can't use a primary weapon. However, you are able to continue to maintain control of your vehicle while shooting a sidearm, which is pretty cool. There are a few restrictions on which weapons you can use though. Now, the ones that are able to be used are the Deagle, the P18C, the 1911, the P92, the revolver, the R45, the Scorpion, the flare gun, interestingly enough, and the sawed-off. However, the sawed-off can only be equipped on drivers on bike-type vehicles. And not only can you shoot these from vehicles now, but just all across the board, pistols and sidearms are getting a huge buff, so check this out. For all sidearm weapons, the headshot damage multiplier has been increased from 2 to 2.1. They've increased limb damage multiplier from 1 to 1.05. They've decreased the aim deviation multiplier, so essentially aiming is going to be more accurate. They've also increased the laser point deviation from 0.3 to 0.5, making them a bit more effective. They've increased the stand prone deviation. Pistols across the board are now going to be less accurate while prone, but they're going to be more accurate while moving around in aim down sights. Now, for some very specific gun changes, the revolvers you can now shoot more accurately while moving, and they're decreasing the movement deviation multiplier down from 1.7 to 1.4. Now, specifically with the R1895, they've increased the damage from 62 to 64. They've increased the rate of fire by double, which is insane. They've decreased the aim deviation because it really cannot take any, attachments really. And they've also increased the speed on the recoil animation, meaning it's going to play through that kick much quicker and you're going to be able to recenter that much faster as well. So overall, a huge buff to that revolver. The R45 has also had its damage increase from 55 to 65. That is a massive jump. The P92 has had decreased damage from 35 to 34 and an increased rate of fire from 444 to 600. The 1911 has had its damage increased from 41 to 42. The Deagle has had its rate of fire increased from 240 to 300, which is actually pretty insane. And also its recoil animation speed has also been sped up, meaning you can recenter this and fire it a lot faster. The sawed-off has now an overall increased damage multiplier and way decreased spread, so it's going to be significantly more effective. The Scorpion can also now attach an extended quick draw mag. So across the board, the pistols have been significantly buffed. The one that I was really surprised to see was the R45, as huge increase in damage, and I wouldn't be surprised if people actually start playing this now. And it's not just a secondary scuffed version of the Deagle, it's its own entity, so I wouldn't be surprised if you see this a bit more on the battlefield, and I also wouldn't be shocked if a lot of people start using it to shoot from cars with. Also, there have been some adjustments to the lava functionalities on Paramo. So basically, the method for processing damage near the lava has been improved. The lava is now inflicted more precisely when players come into contact with the lava surface. Gas cans will also explode whenever they touch lava, and also spilled gas will catch fire immediately when coming into contact with lava. These were features that I'm sure they intended for the beginning, but just maybe weren't working properly. But now the lava in general should behave a lot more realistically. Moving on though, also the new team fighter feature has finally been added to the game, and a lot of people have struggles because they're unable to find good teammates or ones that speak their same language or just teammates that are relatively competent. You don't want to always get matched up with randoms. Well, now you don't really have to. This new feature allows you to not only find friends that are online very easily and let them know that you're looking for a team, or it will be able to literally matchmake for you so that you can jump into a game with people that are like relatively around your arena. The more I look at it, it's basically Tinder but for PUBG. Also, there's been some matchmaking changes that I think a lot of you guys are going to be happy about. So when they released the Season 9 patch, they took away some queues that unfortunately were beloved to a lot of people. They added ranked solo, which again I think was a little bit of a miscalculation in a lot of ways, but they have readjusted some of the modes so that you can play your favorites. The AS server now has first-person solo open again. The KRJP, which I believe is Korean and Japanese, now has first-person duo open again. SCA now has first-person solo and duo open. EU's got third-person duo back, which a lot of people complained about. So if you happen to play on any of these servers and enjoy these particular game modes, they were taken away during the beginning of Season 9, but now are thankfully being implemented back in. So this is probably really good news for a lot of you. There's also a brand new Battle Bride pass, which is an entirely new kind of pass that focuses on the character Sadia from the Karakin lore. I usually don't bring up passes or many cosmetics, to be honest, in many of my videos, but I did want to mention this one as it's pretty unique to a lot of the other passes, and it's also completely unrelated from the ones that are already in. So if you would like, to get these skins in a pretty unique look, then you can definitely go and pick this one up. Also, Vikendi is getting a few quality of life changes, and this came kind of unexpected, but they are definitely welcome. It's really nothing too crazy. They've essentially adjusted the blue zone algorithm to be a little bit more inland. They removed some of the small clutter that was hindering vehicle movement significantly, and adjust the number of houses to make the final phases more open and a little bit more dynamic. A lot of these settings were likely implemented due to player feedback, so Vikendi is going to see some slight readjustments. And as far as the major changes, that's pretty much it. Again, as always with every set of patch notes, I'm going to leave the link to the bug fixes and everything down below in the description, as there are always a ton of them. There are some other UI changes and plenty of bug patches that I'm not just going to go over in this video. It's not significant enough, but you can go definitely check them out if you want to. However, this is all the major changes coming in the next update. The vehicle shooting completely readjusted, sidearm balance and everything. It's pretty insane. So let me know what you guys think of this patch down below in the comment section. If you did enjoy, make sure to give the video a like rating, subscribe if you are brand new, and also make sure to go follow me on Twitch, where I stream almost every day. Links in the description below. Come say hi. And then if you want to use my creator code as well, that is also going to be linked down below. It's incredibly easy to do, and it goes a long way to help support the channel. So thank you guys so much for just the continued love that you guys have shown. It really does mean a lot. But anyways, guys, hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next stream or the next video. Take it easy, guys, and peace out.